George Herbert Walker Bush was born on June 12, 1924, in Milton, Massachusetts. He came from a privileged family with a legacy of public service. His father, Prescott Bush, served as a U.S. Senator from Connecticut. Young George attended Phillips Academy, a prestigious boarding school in Andover, Massachusetts. World War II interrupted Bush's education. He enlisted in the Navy on his 18th birthday. Bush became a decorated pilot, flying torpedo bombers in the Pacific Theater. On September 2, 1944, his plane was shot down. Bush managed to bail out and was rescued by a U.S. submarine. After the war, Bush enrolled at Yale University. He graduated Phi Beta Kappa and captained the baseball team. At Yale, he met Barbara Pierce, and they married in 1945. The couple had 6 children, including future President George W. Following his graduation from Yale, Bush moved his young family to Texas to pursue a career in the oil industry. He found success in the oil fields, becoming a millionaire by his early 40s. However, Bush felt the call to public service. In 1966, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, representing Texas. Bush served 2 terms in Congress. He later held a series of high-profile positions, including U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Chairman of the Republican National Committee, and Director of the Central Intelligence Agency. In 1976, President Gerald Ford appointed Bush as Director of the Central Intelligence Agency. The appointment came at a turbulent time for the agency. Bush worked to restore morale and rebuild trust in the CIA after a period of scandal. President Ronald Reagan selected Bush as his running mate in the 1980 presidential election. The Reagan-Bush ticket won a landslide victory. Bush served as a loyal and effective vice president for 8 years. During this time, he gained valuable experience in foreign policy and national security matters. In 1988, George H.W. Bush ran for president, promising a kinder, gentler nation. He easily defeated Democratic nominee Michael Dukakis, becoming the 41st president of the United States. Bush's presidency was marked by a series of momentous events that reshaped the world order. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the subsequent collapse of the Soviet Union were defining moments of Bush's presidency. He played a pivotal role in managing these historic transitions, working closely with Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev to ensure a peaceful end to the Cold War. In 1990, Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait, a small oil-rich nation on the Persian Gulf. Bush responded decisively, assembling a coalition of international forces to liberate Kuwait. The Persian Gulf War, also known as Operation Desert Storm, was a swift and decisive victory for the United States and its allies. Section 4. A Legacy of Leadership. Domestically, Bush signed into law the Americans with Disabilities Act, a landmark piece of legislation that prohibited discrimination against individuals with disabilities. He also appointed 2 conservative justices to the Supreme Court, David Souter and Clarence Thomas, shaping the court for decades to come. Despite these achievements, Bush faced economic challenges during his presidency. A recession and rising budget deficits eroded his popularity. He lost his re-election bid in 1992 to Democratic challenger Bill Clinton. After leaving office, Bush remained active in public life. He partnered with Clinton to raise funds for victims of natural disasters, including Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Bush also made headlines by going skydiving on several birthdays, including his 90th. Section 5. Remembering a President. George H.W. Bush passed away on November 30, 2018, at the age of 94. He is remembered as a statesman, a war hero, and a dedicated public servant. Bush's presidency was marked by both triumph and challenge. He navigated the end of the Cold War with skill and diplomacy, securing a more peaceful world. His legacy is one of leadership, integrity, and a commitment to service. Bush's life and career exemplified the values of the greatest generation: duty, honor, and country.